What is going on, guys? My name's Tyler Joseph Chartier. I'm the founder of Welcome the Wealthy, and this is the first YouTube video. And we have something big that we're talking about today. So we have never seen a short squeeze like we've seen with Gamestop, Nokia, AMC, some of these other notable meme stocks, as they're being called. And I wanted to just take a quick second to kind of talk about what is actually happening, what you guys should be doing, what you guys should be preparing for, and some possible outcomes of what we're looking at. So real quick, I'm going to go ahead and play this video just because I absolutely loved it. I don't like the negative terminology here, calling people retards, but it is super, super funny. I mean, it's really depicting what is exactly happening right now. And again, we've never really seen something like this, right? We've never really seen something that is so catastrophic and such an attack against, the hedge fund managers and the people, the top 1%, the elite. So this is really, revolutionary. Volkswagen and Trillium and a couple of other companies have been, in a predicament similar to this, but never have we seen such a banded group of people come together and literally financially attack the higher establishment. So I think that what we're seeing right now is truly it's just breathtaking. But what it's going to cause is, consolidation within some notable stocks. So as we saw on the hype of all of this, I would say January 26th, 27th-ish, we saw, notable companies and notable ETFs taking a nosedive. And this is happening because, frankly, there's just not enough, money to go around on the markets, right? There's only limited amounts of money unless new users, obviously, like every single day are joining and otherwise putting in money. But if you think about it, the majority of the money is already within the stock market, right? And I know that's probably hard to believe, but again, think about this. The people that are already the elite, the people that are already making, large amounts of money from the stock market, people that are already established, they're most concerned with continuing that upward trajectory. So one of the easiest places, given the last, 150 plus years, has been the stock market. So these people, the Rockefellers, the known names, the Warren Buffetts, obviously, are all invested into the stock market. So a lot of the money is already in there. The top 1% holds a lot of money in the stock market. And what's happening right now, again, is it's so revolutionary because what we're seeing is, it's kind of like the banded together little guys against the big hedge fund. And there's this war happening, right? But again, what I'm most concerned with is how do we go about making money from this? Well, if history has taught us anything, it's the fact that history tends to repeat itself, right? So I did some digging and I started looking at, the history of what happens after a short squeeze. And, although this is purely speculation because there's a lot of other facets that come into play, I really believe that what we're about to see is a dip, right? And then a good buying opportunity for discounted ETFs, right? So some of the ones that I talk about, and again, make sure you're doing your due diligence, but the ETFs like ICLN, iClean, QClean, TAN, FNGU, some of these other, again, notable, good, high quality, Cathie Wood managed or otherwise managed mutual funds, I think they're going to dip very hard and then they're going to hit a rebound. And the reason why they're going to do this is because, again, we're dealing with an unprecedented time. We've never seen this type of war waged against the lower and middle class against the top 1% elite, at least in the arena of the stock market. So what I'm really anticipating and what my portfolio is looking to do is actually enter in at what I would consider the bottom of this. Now, is the bottom of this, COVID bottom? Hopefully not, right? Unless you're really looking at positioning high. But, we don't really know where it's going to go. So what I advise you to do is continue to monitor for yourself. Make sure that you're in our Welcome to Wealthy community, right? If you aren't already part of that Facebook community, go ahead and search Welcome to Wealthy Stock Market Education Connection, or check us out on welcometowwealthy.com. But again, additionally, what I'm advising you guys all to do is continue. If you're not already on Reddit, and if you're not already familiar with what's happening, kind of behind the scenes, then get yourself informed. Now, be careful getting yourself informed because remember that any entity that is bringing in, large amounts of people potentially have something to gain off of this, right? So the Reddit moderators who started this, who created this, who have been, otherwise positioning for this, they are millions of dollars invested into this, which is great. And again, everyone can stand to make money. but make sure you're not the last one holding your bag, right? Make sure that if in fact, and I don't know the date in which this will happen, but if in fact GameStop, AMC, Nokia, BlackBerry, or any of those other companies, if they drop, make sure that you cut your losses in a respectable location, right? So if you're up, for example, 300% on your position, maybe you don't want to, sell out after, a loss of 100%. But make sure you're not waiting until you get all the way down 40, 30, 20, 10, potentially going negative on it as it does go down and decline. So we don't know how long this holding is going to happen for. But what I do anticipate is when things like earnings come out for GameStop and the earnings are not bolstered by anything other than this, hype and this propaganda, then anyone else that is an institution will liquidate if they're not, in a short squeeze. So again, be anticipating the fact that all institutions, if not already out, will move out of these companies. And additionally, it's all going to be a fear base, right? So the fear-based selling will start when the decline really starts to happen. Because again, think about it. Maybe it's not you, but other people, potentially in a situation like you, they may be YOLOing, right? They may be literally, you only live once. Here's my life savings. Let's AMC and GameStop do this. But the truth of the fact is, again, as long-term investors, as people that have been investing for many, many years, 170 plus years of stock market exchange, then you need to be anticipating that there is a correction coming. And, we're looking at dips right now, January 27th, 28th, 29th, moving on to the end of this week. We are looking at dips that are comparable to what we saw in October, which was another mini dip following COVID. So again, be prepared. The bottoms may not have hit yet, but make sure you are monitoring, doing your due diligence, and make sure, if nothing more, you are in our stock market education connection community. So guys, that's everything that I have. Again, my name is Tyler Joseph Chartier. If you watch this video, thank you so much. Make sure you subscribe below. Make sure you get into our stock market education connection Facebook group. So guys, thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a great day, guys.